There we go. Hey, y'all. Hey, Sonia, Dubs, Lisa, Stormy. Did I see squids? Nope, I see Thor, Xena, Sandra, High Priestess, Little Devs.
Look at all these people looking at us. Hello, hello, hello.
We got the beautiful House of Williams, aka Mallory, in the house. Hey, Trulia. Hey, One Night Foe.
All up in this biatch tonight.
Hi, Kathy. We're just chilling tonight. Chilling, and we're going to replay some of, these streets be talking about what happened. Sis, I was going to call you out. I was like, I bet she's watching. I should just say hello. Hey, Cotton Candy Bee. Okay, I got my chat up so I can see the YouTube and the StreamYards. Okay,
Now Cher's in full control of everything tonight. I'm in control of nothing. I'm just sitting here. The only thing I have to offer is my vocal abilities and nothing more. So
Yeah,
there
I
we have.
texted her this morning and I was like, it's kind of short notice, but do you want to hop on a live with me and listen through some of this shit? Because I already told Dawn, like, oh, I've got something to say. Hey, Cool Gamer. I know that talk of the town today is that Jody Sue put Don Wells in his place last night. I don't
Well,
know
we're
what
gonna
show everyone
find
else is
out.
listening.
Listen, I we're gonna find out if old Messy Sue put Mr. Don in his place. I'm not.
Mhm.
Listen, don't hold your breath, people. I'm. My money's on Don. My money's gonna be on Don in this one, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I've not listened to the entire way through of this thing. I've only heard bits and pieces, but hey, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. We trigger warning, just to be fair, trigger warning because it's Don and he drops it all. He drops the N word. You know how Don is. So but to be honest, I've been waiting for these two to come to blows for a long time. I didn't really think it would happen on a YouTube, but that's not shocking. But
The high priestess says, "Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Don was overpowered simply by Messy Sue's sloth dumbness. So
mm,
there's that. That's one perspective."
mm-hmm. Let's pull it up here. Let me find it.
Okay, everybody, get yourself a beverage, get yourself a little snack. We're just gonna have a chill little stream this evening, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll just see how this goes. We'll see how it goes.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, and trigger warning. Prayer Garden America, is
And trigger warning, you all in the side chat, you might see my Cash App link come up every once in a while. If that offends anyone, trigger warning, trigger warning. Sorry, it's gonna happen from time to time.
wait,
Okay, there you go.
say what would come up in the side chat?
My Cash App link.
Oh, yeah, and I told them, Dubs, you dropped that. Hey, sunshine. Hey, bluegrass. Hi, everyone. Yes, Dubs and all of the mods drop whatever links you want, and definitely Mallory's links for sure. Thank you. Fuck everybody. They all got their links. I don't care anymore. It is what it is. Can't please everybody anymore.
We are a linked-based society. We cruise through life on gratuities. It's just how we work it out.
Oh, that's not my life. Okay, hold on.
There's my one-eyed Flo. As I call her now, Flow Motion. There's my
Oh my
girl working
God.
in flow
That's all
motion.
good.
That's cute.
I just heard Don for a minute.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't
Know
want to
exactly
listen to
what
Jody
happened.
Sue too much.
And
Okay, so
I'll tell
did
you
you?
exactly what happened. The first
Okay,
thing they brought in a forensic team. Okay.
the Jody Sue's in the chat. She's been listening, and she was like already egging Dawn on. She's like, okay, I'm coming up. Here she is. She's coming up. And in Prayer
I'm
Garden,
coming up.
yeah. Prayer Garden's like, oh, this is great content. You know, she's already creaming them granny panties.
Now, just so we're clear, for people who don't understand, Prayer Garden, isn't this whole channel basically like in honor of Summer Wells?
That's what she says.
Right? So
That's what she
everybody,
said.
just before we get going here, let's just set the scene.
Okay.
There's this Prayer Garden channel is our summer, everybody.
Right?
Please, everybody, respect our summer. In honor of our summer, our precious summer, everybody. Okay, so you understand. That's what this whole channel is about. This is what this woman is about, presenting presenting. Oh my goodness, you understand. So with that in mind, people, let's proceed.
And
Okay.
they packed up all her dirty clothes out of the laundry, and they wanted some of her toys that she most recently played with and stuff like that. And they bagged it all up. And when the search dog got there, they took like some of her clothing. I'm thinking like some short pants, like or whatever. I mean, I can't exactly remember what it was, but it wasn't no damn sock. And
Okay.
See, that's the rumor I heard too, was a sock, but then I heard that it was like shorts or something too. I'm sure they took multiple articles, to be honest. I don't know.
Oh, of course they would have.
And I don't know if we would honestly expect someone like Dawn to even remember almost 2 years later exactly what they took. There's been, I mean, to be honest, no offense, Dawn, if you're listening, but there's been alcohol use, there's been, trauma, allegedly, whatever. That can all mess with one's mind and memory. Not to mention he's also like damn near 60 years old, right? So also typical man, might I say. I don't know.
but
I think she just hopped up on panel. Oh, that's staticky.
so they took it out of the bag, let the dog sniff it, and that dog went straight from the back basement door straight down the dog trail. Well, I sat there and watched it with my own eyes.
Now the shorts that is that you, Jody Sue? Okay,
so
sweetie, you can turn
this
the
is
camera on.
Prayer Garden. This is Prayer Garden.
Listen, Dawn, the shorts that
the Prayer Garden, Dawn Wells, and now Jody Sue has joined the panel. So now she's about to tell Prayer Garden to shut the hell up on her own channel to let her have at Dawn. And that's when Dawn honestly should have just clicked off. Like, I am not dealing with this bitch today. But he didn't. Gave a show. He was a show pony last night, and I thought he done well.
that law enforcement was handed was those the shorts that went with the jacket that she was wearing that day. I mean, when jacket was too hot, did she change out of the shorts as well? I mean, did she completely change, or did she just take off the jacket?
I think after
Did you pause?
Yeah, sorry, I was returning a text message quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me know, or I thought my screen froze up.
Sorry. No.
Focus, cher, focus.
after she got it, as far as what I know about my wife, when they get out of the swimming hole, she will put all dry clothes on her.
As far as what I know about my wife.
Right.
So
Really?
That's
correct.
Or whatever.
Oh, here she goes now, Mallory. Here she's really. Hold on. Oh, now I gone too far again.
But so they took it out of the bag, let the dog sniff it, and that dog went straight from the back basement door straight down the dog trail. Well, I sat there and watched it with my own eyes.
Now the shorts that is that you, Jody Sue? Okay, sweetie, you can turn the camera off. Listen, Dawn, the shorts that that law enforcement was handed was those the shorts that went with the jacket that she was wearing that day. I mean, when the jacket was too hot, did she change out of the shorts as well? I mean, did she completely change, or did she just take off the jacket?
Okay, one thing I know about Dawn that I have learned really well, you have to give him one question at a time. Do not ask him like a 2-parter or a 3-parter because he can't focus on that much. You got to ask him one question, okay, per garden, then shut the fuck up and let him answer. That's what you
Well,
got to
and
do.
not only that, some people need to understand why they're being asked a specific question as well. Like you're just throwing random questions out there. Why are you asking this specific question? And yeah, and if it's going to be a 2-parter or a series of questions, let somebody at least give somebody a heads up. Especially if it's someone like Don, who if their attention span tends to be a little scatterbrained here and there. You basically who you're dealing with, right? You know their limitations and such. So yeah, I agree. Let's continue.
I think after she got, as far as what I know about my wife, when they get out of the swimming hole, she will put all dry clothes on her.
Right.
And so
Really?
That's
she was
or whatever, but they wanted all her dirty laundry out of the laundry, and that's what backed up, and they still have today.
How come the jacket wasn't given to him?
I can't answer that question because I wasn't there.
I'm not trying to be petty, but God, this is gonna. Oh, Nam Yoho Renge Kyo, Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. How come the jacket wasn't given to him? Please just let me just have this one petty moment. Given to them. Given to them. Not given to them. Okay, but go ahead. Move forward. Sorry.
That's funny.
I
Knock
won't
her
be that
down a
petty
few
again.
She kind of asks for it because she's trying to act like she's so much better than Dawn, and yeah.
Paragarden, I'm not going to be that petty again, but please don't force my hand. Please don't force me. Okay, continue.
It probably just in all the confusion and everything else and all the questions and everything going on, I would just say that it was probably overlooked. Honestly, ain't nobody trying to hide anything. We're trying to find our daughter. We ain't trying to hide.
I don't have you muted, PG, or PG has me muted. I don't have you muted, sweetheart.
What? She called someone else PG? Scary.
Maybe there's somebody else in there by the name of PG. We'll just have to let her have that one.
Jody Sue, we can hear you.
All right.
No.
Do you care to kind of just let me and Dawn talk for a second, PG?
Yeah, sure. Go right.
All right. Here we go.
All right, girl.
In now, Mel?
Yes, I'm just, please, girl, take the mud pies out of your mouth, Messy Sue. Take the mud pies out of your mouth and let's have a conversation. Come on,
Be
girl.
the stream that you actually, the first time I ever, and even Mark said something that, oh shit, well, she's actually talking at regular speed tonight. Don't have to speed her up, double the speed to get her talking.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Messy Sue, ready for business. Let's do it.
Go.
Right ahead.
All right. Dawn, you know you're a liar. I know you're a liar. I've known you've been a liar the entire time we've lived beside one another for years.
You've been
Ronnie Lawson said this bitch is unfounded.
Hello? What happened?
I muted for a second to yell at my daughter, but this is the same girl who law enforcement, let's not forget, said that Jody Sue is unfounded, which sums up to be she's a liar.
Well, yeah. In basically, yeah. Go ahead. More, please.
About any of it. I was cool. No, you're not going to do me like you do everybody else.
I've ever heard of my fucking life. Fuck you, Jody.
I'm telling you, you know, and I know you just lied. The traffic wasn't at our house.
Fuck off here. Man,
No,
fuck
I'm
you.
telling you,
You're the
and
biggest
you know it.
dumb bitch I've ever
No,
seen in my
look
life.
at you being an
Fuck
abuser.
off.
Look at you being an abuser.
Stupid, man.
Bitch,
She's on it. She come up there. She's the one who just started snapping on Don, but somehow he's being called the abuser right now.
Well, because listen, as soon as she started off with her mud pie slang, he knows what time it is, and he's just firing right back at her. He's not, what he's attempting to do is just, oh, okay, bitch, is this how is this what time it is? And he's not going to let her have the oxygen. He's just going to, right now they're both fighting for the oxygen in the room. And may the best bitch win at this point in time. Let's just see who wins. Let's continue.
Okay.
I ain't
Fuck you.
Candace.
Man,
I ain't
fuck
Candace, and I ain't some little girl
I ain't
going,
not
stop,
talking to you,
daddy.
Virgo.
Stop, daddy.
Fuck
Stop,
you, bitch.
daddy.
All right, that there pissed me off because if she's trying to claim she has heard little girls saying that to Dawn, I mean, obviously she's talking about Summer, right? We're not stupid here. I hope to God she was one reporting that then, or what? She just wants to talk about it and bitch about it now. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just put this out there. Listen. By all accounts, people are praising this woman. People are praising. I mean, let's just keep score right now. The community are like marking their scoreboards. The victory belt goes to Messy Sue here. But at the same time, when you're sitting there making these kinds of statements, mimicking, well, basically, little Summer Wells, because I mean, who else would she be mimicking there? Obviously that's what she's doing, or any other small child, but who else would she be mimicking there, right?
Right.
Stop daddy, stop daddy, stop daddy, please stop daddy. Who would you be mimicking there? Isn't it interesting though what I say, how the selective outrage comes and goes like ebbs and flows of the ocean? Something like that would just be completely acceptable or just put to the wayside, so long as if we can put a notch in the scoreboard for her when it suits the haters in a moment like this. Seems how, well, it is Don Wells that we have our target on today. It's just because, I don't know, that compared to a milk joke per se that might not have flown by the same group of haters. I don't know, just pulling that out of my ass. But just continue.
Right?
PG. I can't
Right?
talk to this dumb bitch.
I feel this rage in America.
Same.
Yeah, because you can't talk
lying,
all over
bitch.
me. Because you
You're a
can't
liar.
fucking abuse me. And because you're a goddamn liar.
You're a fucking lying bitch.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Yeah,
insane.
right. Everybody's
You're also
lying. I guess
insane.
including the bruises
Get off
on
the
your
dope.
kids too, Don.
Get
Right?
off drugs,
The
man.
traffic.
Damn.
I ain't on drugs,
You're
bitch. I
fucking so
passed
stupid.
my screens for DCS. How about you and
fucking
Candace,
stupid.
motherfucker?
Hold on, all right, pause. Hold on, pause.
Yeah.
Did she say I'm not on drugs? I've had my screens for, what is it, DCF or DCS?
Yes.
Yes.
You did.
What kind of world are we living in when you've got to compare who's had screen? See, full disclosure, people, I've not had my screening yet. So, is that a thing? Is that like the COVIDs? Are we supposed to get screened for such a thing?
Well,
or is that just if you live in the hollers? If you just happen to live at the corner of Ben Hill Road, is that a thing for that community?
I'm not sure, 'cause I think that's the child support. That's the child custody people. Is it not in Tennessee, DCS or what? So is she saying she's also had open child investigation cases on herself?
Apparently they've screened
Is
her
she so
for
much better than Dawn and Candace?
Yeah, so she's waving her papers in the air like she just don't care. Listen, bitch, I got a positive screening over here. My kids don't have bruises, but yours apparently do. Hey, that's what we're dealing with.
Hey, wandering. Hey, be real. Hi, everybody.
People, we're not making it up. We're listening to it live here. So
yeah, and this unfortunately is what is out there. And Jody Sue thought this was, and I was joking with Dawn this morning. I was like, she's gonna use that for content for days now. Like, she is not gonna stop replaying that shit for days. She's no dummy. She was tired of having 12 people in her chat, so she was like, "Let me attack Dawn tonight."
But listen, people, this right now is the people's princess. This, I mean, put it in
I don't
perspective.
understand.
This is the YouTube people's princess right now.
Listen,
I mean,
have
put
talked
that.
to Dawn like that, and everybody trashed me. The Jody Sue can go up there, and everyone's like, "Oh, she's innocent now."
This is the creme de la creme. Is this messy Sue lady? Listen, people. That says something. That says something. My goodness. Okay, let's continue.
It's been a month, One-Eyed Flo. Thank you so much for being a member for a month and staying on this crazy train. Choo choo.
The liar.
Right.
You are
Right.
the liar.
I got proof of my shit.
You ain't
and
got
it's
no
wrong.
proof. You
Right.
have no proof.
Right.
Go
I got
tell it
proof.
to fucking TBI or somebody.
Oh, I
They
have,
won't
Dawn.
listen to your dumbass either. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. I ain't getting the fuck out anywhere because I ain't Candace
the
and I'm
fuck?
a little girl and I ain't
Everybody
the boys
knows
you
you're so
fucking
full of
abused,
shit.
mother.
Everybody knows you're so full of shit, Dawn says.
All right. In all seriousness, let's have a serious moment. Just a brief one. What was you up there for anyway? I mean, other than to cause a complete shit show. I mean, because Prayer Garden had Don up there to have a conversation. And trust me, I heard some of the conversation between the two of them, and it wasn't going, let's just say, it was, that could have been its own separate. We could have had a good time with just that. Before this woman ever entered the scene. I'm not kidding you, people. This could have been a two-parter. Not for nothing. But what was the point of bringing Jody Sue up other than just crashing the party? Or it really did seem like a dogpiling here. And I could just see this prayer garden lady sitting over there doing her little happy dance in the corner. The little gypsy music is playing and, oh, black lady, or black man, whatever. Is that racist? Black lady, black magic. You're a racist, Miss Williams.
That, like,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Old creature from The Hobbit who's like, my precious. That's
Yeah,
her.
it's like, oh my God.
Like a week ago, she was all like, "Get the fuck off here, Dawn! You want to kill me?" And now she's like, "Come back on my panel, Dawn. Get up here, Jody Sue, honey."
Yeah, this definitely feels like it smells like a little prearranged knife fight here.
Well. I kind of thought that as well. Yep.
It doesn't seem like it's just completely by accident.
Mm-hmm. I kind of had that inkling as well.
All right, we'll see. Let's continue.
Here we go.
Fucker. And you ain't Andy. And you ain't the unicorn in the world. You don't bother me. What I'm telling you is the only traffic was at your house. Tell them about your ties to Fred, Dawn. Tell them about your Knoxville runs that supplied fucking Ben Hill, Dawn.
Yeah, really? You're
Tell
the one
them about how you really came about it. Wasn't to care for your mama. Guess who did that, Dawn? Oh, I don't know, Sherfy and Mom, who took care of your dying mama.
Okay, so Sherfree is the one who's currently in jail for child porn. Okay, so here she is rocking for a dude who was her neighbor, is her neighbor, whatever you want to call it, who literally is in trouble with the law for child pornography on his phone and on his computer and shit. So I don't know why she's rocking hard for that dude, but apparently that's the dude who took care of Dawn's mom as she was sick and dying.
Yeah, as if she would care 1 ounce about Dawn's mom whatsoever.
Oh, you're about to hear what she cares about. You're going to flip.
Okay.
Lying piece of shit.
You're the lying piece of
Go
shit.
find another woman to abuse, Dawn. I ain't it, motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Yeah, laugh.
You like that?
Again, people, this is Prayer Garden. It's all about summer, everyone. It's all about our precious summer. This channel is all in the honor of summer and memory and finding summer. Fair question. Does this sound like this has anything to do with summer or that the memory of that child? I'm just putting it out there. This sounds like a prearranged shit show, and this just doesn't listen. This is why this prayer garden lady, listen, you're a fraud. Prayer garden lady, you are exploiting. You're just another exploiter of this of our summer. You're another exploiter of our summer, and you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Just ashamed, but only you're just another exploiter, and you probably can't even spell the word shame. Let's continue.
Well, and she says it's Summer's channel, right? But I'm like, where are the super chats and that from the channel going? I don't think it's been fun for Summer Wells. So
You can just listen to this one conversation and realize this channel has nothing to do with an actual missing child. It's just exploitive. It's exploitive for her own gain, and her that's it. That's it.
I agree.
Fine, Candy, you don't freak me out. Your shit ain't cute. Be a liar. We all see the fuck shit going on at your house.
Andy,
I don't give a shit who you're happy for, dude. That don't bother me none either, because I ain't some desperate hoe. And I ain't Candace out here looking for a piece as soon as your ass is in jail.
Oh, by the way, Mel. This morning I asked Don, because do you remember Don saying that when he pulled up to the house, he saw his neighbor outside and just knew something terrible happened this summer?
Yes.
So this morning I asked him, I said, just because I don't think we've ever narrowed it down, but you had several neighbors outside when you got home looking for Summer, allegedly. Which neighbor was it that made you feel that way? And he said it was Don Schaefery Jr. So
okay,
yeah,
being abused too. You small old dick meth smoking motherfucker.
Let me ask you a question.
She just said that, like, for real. Did she just call him an old dick?
Yeah, and let me be clear, because somebody says, I mean, Be Real, I don't know who Be Real is, but hello, Be Real. Be Real says, listen to her lay into him. See, there's a difference in laying into somebody and rolling over on somebody or stepping on someone's foot because you're just a clumsy bitch in the store. This just sounds like a big, obnoxious, clumsy bitch that just, stepped on somebody in an elevator. This isn't what I would call laying into anybody. This is just one big, loudmouth, clumsy bitch. That doesn't have the skill set to lay in to a small child, much less a grown man. That's just the way I see it. You can listen to this woman and just realize she has nothing to say. She has absolutely nothing to say. Nothing. So far, there's absolutely nothing intelligent coming out of her mind. She's making no valid points whatsoever on anything about. She could be saying 1,000,001 things right now, trying to get any amount of points across or express her viewpoints on 101 things, but we see what's happening here. She may as well be, I'm not saying she is, people, I'm just saying she may as well be highly intoxicated, because if you're listening to her for the first time, which, she sounds like she's got a slight, don't make fun of somebody the way they speak. I'm saying she sounds as if, like, let's just face it, if the woman got pulled over, if this woman got pulled over like this, and can you roll down your listen, you might want to try to step out of the car, bitch. You would. You're probably not expecting this bitch to be able to walk a straight line just by the sound of her. Do you understand, people? Let's continue.
Okay.
Laugh, I ain't Kansas. You don't freak me out. Your shit ain't cute. Be a liar. We all see the fuck shit going on at your house.
Andy.
I don't give a shit who you're happy for, dude. That don't bother me none either, because I ain't some desperate hoe. And I ain't Candace out here looking for a piece as soon as your ass is in jail.
Pause right there. That's what I mean. This is just so... this woman is on here talking to the father of a missing child, of which she's supposed to have so much passion for, and she's talking about She's not some basic common hoe and whatever his. Do you understand the line of it? It's just so nonsensical. And I want to say Jerry Springer, but God, he just passed away, and I don't want to bring that cloud over his show. But it's just so Jerry Springer-ish, and it just has nothing to do whatsoever in regards to Summer, a missing child. This is just somebody showboating and being as loud and obnoxious as they can, trying to win points with a bunch of numbskull YouTubers out there who just want to see Don get yelled at from a crazy woman. So far, that's what it sounds like to me.
So would we think, because Jody Sue loves to call us all tragedy pimps, but I feel like she's very much a tragedy pimp right now.
Oh my God, she's the queen of tragedy pimps. But see, I've called that out a long time ago. I don't know if I used the word tragedy pimps, but since you just put that out there. Listen, I had said before, for all you newcomers out there that never heard me say such a thing, this woman. We often hear people say, well, people just like to insert themselves. This woman was living her meager little existence in a little tow-along camper on her family's property, just living her best little life possible, unknown, completely unknown. It's somewhere in Ben Hill Road, right? Whatever was going on in there, the world would have never known, and that's how it should always be. But for this little girl, Summer, coming up missing, 150 yards from her trailer home, right? She would still be completely unknown. YouTube would have never known who this woman is. This is the biggest happening that's ever happened around these here parts, right? And she inserted herself in it, and she was able to get people interest in her, and she wasn't going to let go of that. Once people were interested in her mess and who she wasn't ever going to let go of this. So tragedy pimp, she's basically what I call a casket jumper, living off of somebody else's tragedy, living off of somebody else's death, trying to throw yourself, because you can't wait for your own tragedy to come along, right? So when somebody else is a missing child or a death in the family, whatever, pick your flavor, you're going to go insert yourselves and pile on as though you have something to do with that, even though you have absolutely nothing to do with that. And she for the past year and a half, 2 years, she's made her entire YouTube existence off of that tragedy that had absolutely nothing to do with her. And to this very day, here she is, right there, inserting herself on a panel that, when it comes down to it, she doesn't know anything more about anything than anybody else does. And guess what, people? Guess what? Even she has not been able to lead us to the remains or the whereabouts of little Summer Wells.
Right.
So how valuable is she in any aspect of this case? She's not.
Just wait, because there's a lot more, and when she digs into them, and wait till you hear one of her reasonings too. We're still getting there, but one of the things she says really irks me coming up, and I'm pretty sure you'll be like, pause it right here.
You too, you small old dick meth smoking motherfucker.
Let me ask you a question.
You ain't got no question.
What was you doing on the bottom property down there in the creek when Summer come up missing?
I wasn't there when she quote come up missing, but guess what I was doing?
She wasn't there when she quote come up missing. Where were you then?
Well,
running an errand with Candace?
I've heard this part, but this is where she goes into a complete deflection. See, she doesn't say where she was, but she does go into a big old deflection, onto Candace, shocker.
Right there, yeah,
shocker.
LVS versus World, welcome. And Lisa V, thank you. Oh, that's cute. Like a little fox laughing. Thank you, Lisa V.
Doing, Dawn, with other neighbors and witnesses. I was looking for your daughter while your fat ass wife was in her goddamn car lying to the rest of the neighborhood and the other witnesses you all can't fucking outrun with your stupid YouTube.
Because if you scream it like that, it
Yes.
must be legit.
It must be true. Yes. When you become more passionate in your feelings, people take you much more serious in your convictions.
Yep.
True chaos.
You're so fucking dumb.
Eat that shit.
No more
And you see how cool he was there, Mello? This is what I'm saying.
I'd love to
Pause it
try.
right there. Pause it right there. You see how cool he was? Like, she was giving all she got, right? She
Yep.
gives us giving all she got, Captain, and all that passion. And he was just so like, I'm not even gonna try. I'm like, and he was like, you're just so fucking dumb.
Yeah, he's like, I've had it.
He's
with you."
just so loose and cool with it at that point because it's just so nonsensical, you know, and it's so ridiculous. It's so over the top, completely over the top. And so points right there for Don. That score goes for Don right there.
Yeah, I agree.
So there you go, Don. There's some points for Don. Everybody get your scorecards out. Okay, go ahead.
And get Michelle and Arlene in on this deal.
Don't, but I know enough, and I know it wasn't my ass that were calling guilty. It wasn't Dudley they're calling guilty. It wasn't fucking Fred they're calling guilty. It wasn't Allie or Hunter. Guess who they were calling guilty and still do, Dawn? That'd be you and Candace. While Pruitt said not a suspect. Have them come out and clear your ass in. Go down there and knock at the police department. Go talk to the feds. Go have them clear you, Dawn. Go have them clear you.
Okay, this right here. I'm clapping. I'm so angry right now. Okay. This right here, Jody Sue, last I heard from any law enforcement, everything and everyone was still on the table. Also, Ronnie Lawson said that you are unfounded, aka you are a liar, bitch. Okay.
You know,
you go knock on the law's door and have your ass cleared then. If you're demanding that from Dawn, many of us are going to demand that from you too. If you're being cleared and you're saying the law's running around saying Dawn and Candace are guilty, have the law hold a press conference and clear you because you are not cleared. And I just yelled it. So that's true.
There's been a couple YouTubers talking that nonsense. You know, hey, Don, if you're out there, you know what? Call them on their bluff. You know, get your little video camera together. Take your ass down to the TBI or the FBI or the local sheriff's department, or listen, Barney Fife, whoever the hell's down there in your little village. Listen, and tell them, demand to just say, listen, sir, listen, ma'am, I'm here because I demand you clear me from all this shenanigans. Just clear me. And all you got to do is be on record, requested to be cleared, because really that's all you have to do for these YouTubers, for them to leave you alone. Apparently, now they're not going to magically clear you from anything because, well, what's in their interest to clear you or your wife or anybody else at your behest? It's not going to happen, right? But listen, how long listen, let's look back at the Ramseys. Remember the Ramseys? Little Bonet there. Was anybody cleared? I believe that wife died not being cleared. Okay, listen.
Right. They actually compared her handwriting and said it was a match for her handwriting.
Listen, people. This is not about being cleared. You people are nonsense. This is full on nonsense. You're making demands of this man that are absolutely insane and ridiculous. Come forth now. Oh my God. Let's move forward.
Hi, everyone coming in. Love, Amy, I see you. Savannah, Rachel, Cassius, I see you, Boo. Hi, everyone.
Go talk to them without lawyers, without PIs. Go have them talk to you, Dawn.
Heyo, Dawn's been talking to everybody around the world with no attorneys, okay? So that makes zero sense to me. He's been doing that.
Not to mention that he spent almost a year in their custody. Like, listen, 6 months, 8 months. I mean, he lived up under their roof called the Big House. I mean, they had full access to him. So let's not act like he's been evading them in any way. Okay. Right. You know, he had a nice little state paid vacation right there. You know, I think he did okay. He did okay.
Okay, so Crimes Has Consequences says that Benny called Pruitt and that he confirmed Jody Sue is not a suspect. Well, if he did it on a call, still there's been nothing like I've seen in the news.
Hold on. Not to be nothing, not to get it. But if Betty says it must be true. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's
probably
move forward.
live called. He probably did a call live.
Okay, let's move forward.
But I mean, I've talked to Pruitt too. I'll call Pruitt too myself. Like, I don't know. I didn't hear that, but yeah, whatever. If that happened, whatever.
Listen, in all fairness, I don't know why she would be a suspect. Let me be clear. I don't know why this woman would be a suspect for anything. It goes along with what I said before. She's just inserted herself on a whole case, a whole mound that has nothing to do with her. It has nothing to do with this woman. I mean, at best, she went down to the end of the driveway and walked along the little creek there and maybe counted a couple meth needles or something in the bottom of the creek. You know what I'm saying? At best, that's and she knew Little Summer had blonde hair because she knew her from across the street. Other than that, this woman had no place in this case whatsoever, other than proximity. Proximity was her friend in this case, and now she's made a whole YouTube career out of it, right?
Yep. Do you remember one of the things that she said when she first come out on her channel too was, well, I'm her neighbor, and if anyone deserves to be on here, it's me. Do you guys remember that? Yeah.
That should have been her YouTube name, Proximity Jane, right? Jesus Christ.
Go have them clear you.
Jody Sue, please.
I don't need a psychiatrist.
You really
do. You do, lady. Lady, you do.
And
then your psychiatrist would need a psychiatrist.
Yeah, he keeps telling her, go see a psychiatrist, take some mental illness meds.
Like you're good at telling women who tell the truth that they're crazy.
You think you're good, but you're not. Because you're full of lies. And nobody believes you. So
right. I know. Right.
Shut up,
hey, yeah. You know, I'm your bitch, Dawn.
You're stupid.
Hey, go find a prostitute in Knoxville and take one of your kids in the car for a weekend. You know all those Knoxville trips? Oh no, you don't want nobody hearing the truth, dude.
You know what she reminds me of, and I don't care if people hate me for this, but she keeps going after, her ex is such a monster, so abusive and blah, blah, blah. But like, and she says the same shit about Dawn, but like, I've been through this type of shit, right? And what I don't do is I'm not a button pusher like that. And like, she's one of the type that will, like, I just see her like just up in Andy's face, just asking, like, just won't stop until he has to like kind of shove her away. And then she's like, oh my God, you shoved me. He's abusive. Like,
yeah, well,
man, I just can't with her. Like, she's how worked up she is. And like you said, Dawn still remain kind of calm and chill over there. Just shut the fuck up. Like, what are we doing here? And she's been, since she went at him, getting more aggressive and more aggressive with him.
Thank you, Cotton Candy, for sharing out my tip jar link.
Oh yeah, go take. You can't take any kids anymore on those Knoxville trips and leave them in vehicles while you're fucking drunk.
Hold on. You're still purchasing your lenses from your optometrist? What are you doing? Come on.
I can't stand this shit. I'm not listening to this bullshit.
Oh wait, that's right. You can't take your kids anymore.
I'm not listening to this bullshit.
Where the real traffic comes from, right, Dawn?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, listen, I don't get high, but if I were there with Don, sitting there with him, I'd be like, listen, I heard you get high. Is there any chance you can get me high? Because I need to get high with him to listen to this bitch. I would have to get high with him for the stress that I could, you know what I'm saying? This would be stressful. Listen to, holy hell, get me high, Don. Just, Don, get me high. Let's get high, Don.
Right to you, Mallory. Here's my joint.
Yeah, it would be because I'd be getting a contact anxiety high just from this whole thing. I'm like, Don, just shotgun me. Just shotgun me, Don. Oh, let's do it. God.
So
All right.
much
Psycho
true.
bitch.
Oh, I've dealt with
Fucking
that for
straight
30 years.
psycho bitch.
Oh, and you're a
Max,
rapist, you're a child
fucking
abuser,
go
and
get
you're a woman
psychotic
abuser, and
help.
you're a meth and
You need
crack
fucking
smoking piece
medication,
of shit
man.
who can't
Holy
Shut the
shit.
fucking
fuck up.
stay clean or do right long enough to keep your other kids, any of them, and you're almost goddamn 60 years old. You lose
You
your
haven't done
shit.
shit. You haven't done
Right.
shit. You've never worked a fucking job. You ain't
Oh, how
never
do you
done
know,
shit.
Dawn?
Fuck
I
you, man.
worked for
What the
most of
fuck
my
are you
life.
done?
You
live
don't know
off your
shit
mama.
about me.
Motherfuckers
Right.
bought you a fucking camper. You
No,
ain't
they
about
didn't
shit.
buy it. See,
You
that's how
have
much
no
you
right
know.
to talk.
He said you live in a fucking camper.
That's the truth. I mean, not for nothing, not house shaming, but bitch, you lived in a camper down by the river, counting meth needles. So, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it into perspective here. Listen, Jesus Christ, that's where old Don found you, counting meth needles in a camper by the river. Let's continue.
We can knock her for a lot of things, Helen, but we can't knock her for being a stripper at one point because some of us had to do that for once upon a time. Can't knock her for that. Just saying.
We might be able to knock the desperate bastards that, were that hard up to watch the bitch, but listen,
Yeah, that Dawn's about to be like, she's like, you're peeping at me on the windows, and he's like, ew, who would want to look at your fat ass?
she had to work that.
I do have a right to fucking
No,
talk.
you
You're
don't.
living in your dead mama's
You
house.
have
You
no
couldn't
right to
even
put
get
me
the balls to take care
You
of
don't
before
even
she
know
died.
me.
Hey, actually, guess what? You're not. You're
Fuck
living
off,
in your
Jody Sue.
stepdaddy's house.
Fucking
Your
stupid.
stepdaddy's house and land that was
Fuck
supposed to go to
off.
Mop and Sherfy. Yeah, you
Fuck
remember
off.
those people?
Yeah,
That
fuck
land
Sherfy
was supposed
too.
to go to you.
All
What,
this
the
is so
fucking one that got
nonsensical
caught
because
with
what does it matter who it was supposed to go to, who she thinks it was intended for? Again, bitch, you're the neighbor. You're a neighbor lady. A neighbor lady, right? Hey, neighbor lady, you're not related. You're just a neighbor lady across the street. The ultimate nosy ass. This is why we don't talk to our neighbors, lady. Okay? This is why. You are why we don't associate with neighbors. We don't even wave to neighbors in fear they turned out to be a messy Sue like this one. So what does it even matter to her who this land was intended to go to? At the end of the day, it's his property now. So, listen here, Messy Sue, live with it.
Well, she thinks she's like neighborhood watch and shit, wearing
Yeah.
hair
I mean,
shirt and
Jesus
everything.
Christ, this woman is so imposing. She's just so imposing on people's lives. Oh, God.
Mel's like, I can't handle this bitch.
Mm-mm.
Hey, Outdoorsy.
all the pornography on his phone.
Oh, no,
Why are you
that's
talking about that nigger?
Oh,
no. Wow, look at you, racist. Summer should be proud.
Oh, I'm sure that has never fallen from your lips, Messy Sue. Oh, goodness gracious.
Right?
Yeah. Let's not bet on it.
I'm fucking racist against white niggers, black niggers. I don't give a fuck. They niggers,
Oh, Lord.
and you're one of them.
Words. Oh, dear. No, I'm Mexican, Don. Get it right.
Whatever. You still a nigga.
Whoa.
Didn't keep you from peeping in the windows, did it, you piece of shit?
Fuck you and your stories. Who would want to look at your fat ass?
He said, fuck you and your stories. Who would want to look at your fat ass?
Listen,
I'm rewinding that. That's hilarious.
That guy could listen. Oh, God. That peeping Tom would take out a restraining order on her.
Right?
You have a right to fucking talk. You're living in your dead mama's house. You couldn't even get the balls to take care of before she died. Hey, actually, guess what? You're not. You're living in your stepdaddy's house. Your stepdaddy's house and land that was supposed to go to Mop and Sherfy. Yeah, you remember those people? That land was supposed to go to you.
What, the fucking one that got caught with all the pornography on his phone?
Oh, no,
Why are
that's
you talking about that nigger?
Right?
No, wow, look at you, racist. Summer should be proud.
What'd you do? Rewind it?
Niggers.
Yeah.
Did we really got to listen to it all again?
I mean, I don't know why I always go too far.
Come on, girl.
I didn't need to hear all that again, but it happened. My bad.
All right, let's get
Black
there.
niggers, I don't give a fuck. They niggers,
Oh, Lord.
and you're one of them.
Words. Oh, dear. No, I'm Mexican, Don. Get it right.
Whatever. You still a nigga?
Didn't keep you from peeping in the windows, did it, you piece of shit?
Fuck you and your stories. Who would want to look at your
never mind.
fat
That
ass?
was directed at my fucking
Why would I want to look in your window
right?
at your fat fucking ugly ass?
Ugly,
Fuck
ugly ass.
Right.
Really? You got problems. Go
No,
see a
I
fucking
forgot you're not
psychiatrist,
into
please.
adult women. My bad. My bad, bro.
What the
You're not
fuck
into
ever,
adult
shut
women.
up.
Just the 5-year-olds.
You're fucking stupid. No,
I
you
ain't
do.
stupid. I can do
I
math.
think you got Summer. Matter of fact, what you do with
Right.
Summer, Jody Sue?
Right, with what car that day, don't you?
You know, and that's a fair question for a bitch that is so intrusive on somebody else's life and seems to know so much shit and has inserted herself in every nook and cranny of these people's lives. And why not, bitch? Where is Summer? I mean, if you're that invested and know everything, why shouldn't you be a suspect? You know,
Right.
you don't get it both ways. You don't get to be everywhere, know everything, everything about everyone and everything except what? It's girl. It's almost like you know where the body is buried. Bitch, cough it up, lady. You're starting to look and sound very suspicious. You know what? When you're pointing your fingers at everybody, it's a basic rule. It is just comes down to that very basic rule that we learn in the second grade. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I agree. I thought that was a fair question too. I was actually like saying that out loud listening to this. I was like, that's
But
fair.
personally, I've always just chalked her off as nothing but a nosy Betty inserting herself on something exciting because look at her. She was just a nothing of a woman sitting in a camper where lightning doesn't strike on Ben Hill Road. Nothing happens on Ben Hill Road, and God damn it, lightning struck on Ben Hill Road, and she wanted to be part of it. And that's all this woman is a remnant of a lightning strike. That's it. Sadly, that's all she is.
I agree. Hey, Jaded.
Fucking be real,
dude.
Tell the fucking truth, bitch.
Right. I don't have
something
daughter.
to do with it. You and your fucking hillbilly friend and all the methods you hang out with shit. You had something to do with her disappearance because you was jealous.
Hey, Don, do me a favor.
No,
Go ask
fuck
the
you.
FBI to
No,
give
fuck
me a
you. I ain't
polygraph.
talking to you, bitch. Fuck you.
Hey, go
I'm
ask
not
the
listening
FBI to give me a
you got to
polygraph.
say.
I'll sit down
Fuck
for it,
off.
and I bet I don't fall asleep, and I
shut
bet
the
I don't
fuck
have to
up.
have 2 or 5
Stupid.
done. I'll do a polygraph.
Man,
Go
you're a
ask
dumb
the
bitch.
one on me. Go
Fuck
ask the
you.
feds to get me a polygraph, Don. Anytime
I've
of the
done a
week.
polygraph, you dumb bitch. I
And you
passed.
failed it, and
You
so
go
did
do a
your wife.
polygraph.
Yeah,
You do a polygraph.
Hey, wait,
go
didn't
tell them to do one.
Hold on, didn't they do a polygraph on Dr. Phil and they did all right with it? Refresh my memory.
He didn't do it on Dr. Phil, but he did do
or okay, but or was it a human lie detector? something they did all right with on Dr. Phil, where Dr. Phil wound up feeling very okay that listen, he didn't feel like these two had anything to do with
No, that's not what he said. He said Dawn looked better than Candace did, but he told Dawn, Dr. Phil said he believes that Candace has guilty knowledge. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody else said that too, but on Dr. Phil, they said that Candace knows more than what she's saying.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it again. I don't remember coming away with that feeling from Dr. Phil. But am
I crazy? Isn't that what they said? Candace has guilty knowledge.
Him saying I don't recall. I recall him. I recall Dr. Phil feeling pretty confident that his human lie detectors came through, and based on the conversations they all had, that that Don and Candace were pretty much in the clear in Dr. Phil's eyes. Dr. Phil literally felt like these people were legitimately missing a child. That was my takeaway. Anybody else in the audience?
Watch party and rewatch that, maybe on your channel or something together. Hi, Amberly. Hey, Mamita. Wandering. Yeah, because that's not at all the takeaway I took from it, but it's been so long.
Savannah
now.
says, they said Candace looked like she was hiding something. Dr. Phil said Candace knew more. Okay, they knew more. Okay, all right.
But I think they leaned a little more onto
But I
Candace
don't think he was
than Dawn.
implying. I don't think they were implying by any means knew more as to she off the child or
No. I think they meant more like maybe she knows someone who would take Summer and is just afraid to say or something like that. They thought she was afraid of some cornbread mafia, remember? So I think that they said more like she had guilty knowledge, but maybe she doesn't even realize she has guilty knowledge. More like maybe that was more like it.
Well, at the end of the day, old Donnie made a good impression of the Dr. Phil show.
Yeah,
okay,
I think
let's
he did.
continue.
Yeah.
He did. Let's continue.
Tell me, Dawn, if you suspect. Okay, do it. Okay, yeah, passed it after 5 times, right? You psychopath.
Why the fuck you turn on us? Why are you so psycho? What the fuck is wrong with
you? All try to set up everybody in that goddamn road, holler and slings shit at everybody that was fucking innocent for 2 goddamn years now, and turned Mullen into a weapon.
That wasn't me.
The shit out of us.
Again, she's getting louder, and Don's still staying at the same tempo he's been at.
Why can't she just come up here and have a conversation? You know, I understand getting passionate momentarily here and there, especially if you feel like you're being challenged. But you know, Dawn didn't start off challenging her or pushing her around or shoving around. She came up here shoving people around and trying to shout him down in silence. But it's like she's been in 5th gear from the moment she started, and she just feels like this is why I feel like she's putting on a show for the people out there trying to score points on the scoreboard. And if she feels not necessarily that she's literally saying anything point wise or intelligent or really just sinking hoops, but she's fooling people by, if I shout the man down, I've won. And there's a lot of people in this neighborhood that think louder wins. And there's a channel out there that's filled with a bunch of loudmouths that, well, they say nothing. You probably know who they are. But listen, they're just a bunch of loud women that, at the end of the day, as dumb as a box of rocks, but they're loud, and people think, oh, I love these women. Well, they're just loud women. Okay, let's continue. You'll know when you hear them.
Yeah, it was. Mullen
Canadians dentists are shocked with this new $77 ultrasonic device. This revolutionary.
Or if you not listened to all the calls, Mullen got caught on.
Who?
Your little buddy, your bestie. Yeah, there's all kinds of recordings and proof out here, Dawn. And now y'all look guiltier than fuck because of your buddy Mullen. It ain't my fault. It's all over the place, Dawn. You're fucked, bro.
Shut up, man. There ain't no point even talking to you. I'm fixing to get off here because I'm not talking to psycho bitch.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's why I had to be the one in front of a behavior panel, right?
Talk to this.
How about you go use your own YouTube and talk instead of everybody else's? You know why? Because you have to be lead fed, covered over, and have.
Why do I need to do all that?
Right.
I don't need to do all that. There's no need in it.
You
I don't need to talk to your psycho ass either.
Bro.
You're a fucking dumb bitch. Nobody believes anything you fucking say anyway. So I could give a fuck less.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I'm fat. I'm ugly. You got any other insults like any other good abusive fucking liar trying to get out of trouble?
Well, that's what you're doing.
No,
you've been abusing this man since the minute you got on panel, lady. Calling him names, foul names. But listen, and then she's gonna try to call him the abuser. Jesus Christ. Let's go.
You can't make this shit up. Like, you can't even write this, I don't think.
She needs counseling.
So what the fuck?
Yeah, you are a lying motherfucker, and you shouldn't have been a lying motherfucker trying to set up everybody else, including Fred and everybody else.
I'm trying to set up nobody. I'm just telling the truth. There was a lot of methamphetamine.
You ain't been telling the truth since moment one.
Your husband was selling dope. Man, get the fuck real.
I don't know what fuck shit you all were up to with Andy, and I don't care. But let me tell you,
was just riding with him, and you don't know shit, really, Jody Sue? You was riding
yeah,
with
I
him,
don't know
going to
what the
other
hell
states
all you
buying
pack a
dope,
line
but you don't know nothing.
So you was riding with him, going to other states buying dope, but you don't know what he was doing. And you'll notice she doesn't say that that's a lie. She just keeps talking over him. And then today she went live trying to explain this away, which I was expecting. I texted it to a few people. She's going to go live and she's going to play this out. She's going to do it several more times too for another 9 hours each stream because she has zero life but living in the camper, like Dawn said.
Right.
And yeah.
Well, you know what I would have told Don, but hey, Don, I mean, hey, Don, you know, listen, anybody knows what I would have told Don. Don't give this girl the oxygen. Don't give her the license. Don't give her the credibility. Don't give her the ticket to ride because, you know, Don literally gave her the ticket to ride by having this conversation with her. Right? Look, because Don is, you know, Don is the currency. Don is the currency here. She has no currency. She has no YouTube currency. Don has all the YouTube currency. So, you know, why give it to her, Don? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the moment that this lady brought her up, whether Don, somebody said a while ago, well, Don told her to come up. I don't care what Don told her to come up. This lady who runs the chat, this prayer garden lady, is the one that sent the link. And the minute this woman brought this bitch up online, Don should have said, "Listen, it's her or me now. Now you had me up here, right? I'm the one who adds value to your channel today. Now you got me or Messy Sue. Who's it gonna be?" And that's it. And Don should have just left the minute this you know, this low rent bitch came up on here with mud pies in her mouth. But you know, Don didn't have someone like me in his court to say, "All right, it's time to pull the plug, mister. Let's go. Let's walk." And he stayed here, and now this girl is making, you know, she's making loaves of bread, and she'll be making loaves of bread for the next several days to the week off of this one chat. And you know, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. I think he does end up popping down, but and then for no reason at all, Hunter's dad jumps in. Ain't that crazy? Like, this is just so not about Summer. It's so far away from Summer. And they all bitch as well, like, of Chris McDonough or anyone else.
You know,
Like,
Don needs somebody that's going to level up with him. Don needs somebody that's just going to level up through the bullshit, through the nonsense, and not deal with him like these common yo-yos that he's been dealing with. You know, and I'm just going to leave that right there, you know, and we'll just see you know, we'll just see how Don rolls with that. Okay, let's move it on.
Yeah, I told him, like, I asked him today, do you think that, you know, you say YouTube hasn't helped, right? So what can we do to be helpful if what everyone's been doing is not helpful, you know? And he wants her face out there. He wants her name shared and her story shared. But what I've learned with Quentin Simon's case is a lot of reason why I don't talk about the case is because I know it is human nature to want to watch and see what's being said about yourself. So it's hard for, let's say, if I'm talking about Quentin Simon, BJ is going to probably want to listen to that. And then if, you know, it's hard sometimes to keep your mouth shut because it's our human nature as well to want to defend ourselves, right? So that's where I told Don, like, people know this and they're playing you on that. So just maybe stay off of YouTube for a while or make your own channel, because I don't know why
it's not a matter of staying off of YouTube. It's a matter of if you're going to navigate YouTube, team up with someone that is a professional YouTuber and knows how to navigate YouTube. Team up with somebody that has had team up with somebody who's battles hyenas year after year, month after month, and slays them like dragons daily. Team up with the right people on YouTube. Don't come up here and party with people like Prayer Garden and sit here at the table with Messy Sue here. This is what not to do, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Until you know, you don't know. So, okay, let's continue.
That fucking stupid, huh? And you don't know shit.
I was trying to fight cancer while you people were fucking off and tweaking out.
Yeah, that's a good fucking excuse. Yeah, so Don throws out there, like, you don't know what he's doing, but you're in the car when he's making dope runs in other states and you're with him, but you don't know. And I'm fighting cancer. Like, throws that out. And I'm like, that's just so. She is such a manipulative, narcissistic psycho. It's unbelievable. Like, her Amber Heard is showing. It really is. She will shit on your bed. It ain't even funny. Don, watch out. That is crazy to me.
Fucking excuse.
Gaslighting, yeah.
I had shit to do, like raising my kids.
But she didn't deny any of that. Oh, well, my cancer. I had to raise kids while having cancer. I think she throws cancer in there like 10 more times throughout this. It's just. And then she went live today because she was like, oh, I have to make it clear. Like, the part I caught and other people sent me too, saying, well, here she is trying to go over this whole drug run thing. So she knew she had to clear that up. She knew that. She was like, oh shit, I didn't really deny it. Yeah. So
you always got sweeping up to do the next day.
Yeah. For like 9 hours.
Fucking
so while you was fighting cancer, you went to other states to buy dope.
There you go, Don. There you go, Don. Yes. So while you was fighting cancer, you went to other states to buy dope.
100% of our industrial water will be recycled by 2030.
New Advil Plus acetaminophen fights pain 2 ways by combining 2 trusted pain relievers.
No, I fucking didn't, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, give me a break, Don. Give me a fucking break.
Give me no break.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now you need a break. You need a break when he throws that in your face, right? Now you're asking for a break, girl.
Yeah.
When you have nothing, you have no words. Where's your words, Jody Sue? Find your words, girl. Find your explanation, darling. When you don't have an explanation, give me a break. Give me a break.
Knoxville trip, bring the dope back, have more money, take a kid with you to the Knoxville trips over the weekend, trap them in the car while you bang prostitutes and bring the dope back to the fucking holler and disperse it. Go ahead, Don. Keep lying, bro.
You can go find proof on all that and go call
the cops. I do, because of your stupid life over the years, Don.
You go,
are you not aware?
Get your receipts. And,
I got them. I got them for
this. Do it. Go do it.
They've already been turned in, Don.
They've already been turned in, Don. And here he is free almost 2 years later, Jody Sue. Okay.
All right, first of all, if he was truly doing what she said and making all these long distance trips and picking up the product and taking it back to the villagers in the holler and dispersing it like Santa Claus. I mean, not only is he a community leader, but he's like really, he is really providing a viable service to that community, and she should just shut the fuck up and be more appreciative, because by the sounds of it, she was partaking herself. So shut up.
Right.
No, you just want to bring YouTube drama because you have no receipts.
No, I do have them.
No, then go fucking call the cops.
No,
go tell the fucking cops that I sold you dope or whatever you're trying to say.
I didn't say you sold me dope. I didn't do dope.
You're all about talk, Jody Sue.
No, I'm not, Don.
You're just drama. You have nothing.
Says Don, who has to visit.
Go get me fucking arrested for selling dog
ass pampered,
Dog,
and
you're such a dumb bitch.
Lies,
Shut the fuck up.
fucking narratives to try to get your
I
ass.
ain't gonna go. I am not doing this.
Like
I'll fucking not. You dumb bitch. does.
You one another, and you can't even stay clean to keep your goddamn kids.
Man, I've been clean. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Right, you never know what anybody's talking about, do you, Don? Especially those you can't spin your bullshit on, and I ain't one of them. I've lived with one of you motherfuckers for longer than you have been anywhere near the state of
Why
Tennessee.
you gotta be a jealous bitch? Because
I ain't jealous
we
of
got.
nothing. Why would I be jealous of two meth head
You're the
crackhead
one who said
motherfuckers
it.
who ain't got
Right, double take.
You know, it almost does sound like she is like tweaking for him, right?
Yes.
It does kind of sound like she is just there. I mean, not for nothing. It does sound like she is. I mean, has she ever taken the ride on the Don Pony?
I think
She sounds either jilted or she sounds pissed off that everybody else in town's got to ride the ride but her. That's what she sounds like. She sounds like one of those kind of bitches. Just hateful about it.
Double take. Welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you so much for becoming a member. High alleged crimes. What exactly is this doing for Summer's case? Nothing. It's nothing. But Jody Sue wanted this to happen so bad, and thought that this was of value to Summer's case. So, yeah. Well, Prayer Garden there just sat in her corner like the little bitch she is.
Right?
Right.
got a
You're the
kid
one
one
who
left
said
on
it.
earth.
You said you was jealous because we had brand new vehicles.
I've never
all
said
this
I've
going
been
on,
jealous
all
of
our
a
property,
motherfucker in my life, let
like
alone
fucking
you
10
two.
vehicles in our yard and all this
Dude,
shit.
I have never said
What the
I was
fuck,
jealous of you ever. Are you kidding me?
That's what
Are
you
you
said.
kidding me? You
Why
are
would you say that
so
then?
shit.
Why
I
would you
never
say
said
that then?
Dude,
See,
nobody's ever
that's what
said
makes me
you
think
wish
that
they
you had
said
something
that.
done with Summer because
You
you hate me so bad. I think
Right.
you have something.
Oh,
I
everybody
think you've
hates
done something
poor
with Summer.
Don. Hey,
Because
Don.
you hate
I have a
Nobody
question.
hated
I have
you
a
till you.
question. Where is this woman living now? Because she can't possibly be running her mouth like this with him living across the street from her currently. So where is she living now where she feels so safe to run her rat trap like this?
I think she's in like a neighboring town, still living in the trailer.
Okay, but she doesn't live like across the street at the bottom of the hill anymore, right?
No.
Okay. Because I'm like, something tells me if this bitch was still living down at the bottom of the hill up the ledge, she wouldn't be running this goddamn fudge hole of hers so loosely.
Right.
She just all right, just checking. All right.
You started trying to set everybody the fuck up and fucking with them.
Nobody's trying to set anybody up.
Bullshit, Don. That's
I was
all
just
you
bringing
all
the
done
point.
from the beginning.
All I
dude,
said
lie
was they
on
was bringing
everybody.
dope.
Name
I
your
wasn't
own
trying to set nobody
traffic.
up.
Name
was
your
I
own
trying to set
traffic.
up?
Name your own suspects. Name the real people on your real hill and your real company.
Yeah, Jody
Go
Sue
for it.
Brown.
You're
I
not
think she's my number one suspect.
Then go ahead and call me a suspect all day long, motherfucker.
Okay, there you
I
go.
don't care. But I'll tell you what's been said is we've been
Well, look
talking.
how much hate you got. Why wouldn't I think that you had
That
something
would
to do with
be
Summer?
your little buddy Mullen and
You hate me so bad. You
I
would
don't
do
hate you.
anything.
I don't
Fucking
even.
We at Endy have created
I
an
don't hate
award-winning
you.
mattress. We compress it, roll it, and ship it directly.
get out.
You much at all
You would
other
even
than
fucking
suspect.
take my daughter.
Right, I wouldn't
You
take.
know all these motherfucking hillbillies in this area. You
Oh, I
know
know.
all of them. You got family here.
Uh-huh.
You can
I
have
do.
a lot of shit done.
And I know
Not
none
only
of them
that,
are
look at all the
taking
dope you
daughter
hauled in
either.
your car.
I didn't have my car that day, Dawn. The
No,
abuser had
I'm
it.
talking about the day you come up to my house and you showed us all that dope you had.
I didn't
That's
have
the day I'm
those,
talking about.
Dawn. I do not
Oh,
do
really?
those.
Okay.
I don't have any of that fucking shit.
It wasn't dope. It was baking flour.
No. Hold on.
Hold on to the night.
Joe Mallory, the beard. The glorious beard.
There it is. Well.
She said, well. Now he's got his hair fits in a
Yes, but
ponytail
remember,
too.
I've got a crush on the beardless husband.
You're right, the beard. She's got a crush on the beardless Mark.
Yeah.
So I heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
She wants the Kool-Aid man removed from the picture. Inside joke, y'all.
Yeah, okay, Dawn. You even know what was happening while you were at work most of the time and all the traffic at your house?
Oh, I was at work all the time. Okay, thank you. I appreciate
That right there was a good one, Dawn. Like that. Oh, I was at work all the time. Thank you for saying that.
that.
Hey, guess what? That, alibis work or not, you're still the motherfucker they've been calling guilty since day one. So congrats,
No,
bro.
that's what you do. That's what you do. People like you.
That's what I
Straight
heard.
bitch. Straight bitch.
Oh,
That's
my
what you do.
gosh.
People like you.
It's gonna wound me to my soul that Don Wells calls me a bitch. Oh dear. I'm devastated.
Okay, how about fucking cunt?
Oh,
I actually prefer that one. It's a pet name.
Okay, there you go then.
this absolutely sounds like a lover's quarrel right here. It's so sad.
But again, this is the name of the channel is Prayer Garden, everybody. This is Prayer Garden, special little channel for our summer, in honor of our summer. This is Prayer Garden, the little innocent lady, Mrs. Prayer Gardens herself. Okay, you all know and love her. She's such an angel, that little sweet Prayer Garden lady. Bless her heart. She would never exploit little Summer or her name or the people surrounding Summer, the parents or any. She would never be such an exploiter. Oh no, not her. Just the other tragedy pimps, not people like Prayer Garden, of course. Okay, let's continue.
Go ahead and call me that too. It ain't gonna bother me none. You can say, but
whatever.
You all are the liars. You all are the last ones around, and with Summer, everybody else in the neighborhood, all the bad neighbors, they brought their asses out to look for your daughter, just
Nobody
like they brought their asses out to look for your son. The last child you all lost in the fucking woods.
Don't you realize,
because
Jody
your wife
Sue,
couldn't even stop
Jody
drinking
Sue.
while she was pregnant with that one either.
Jody Sue, listen for a minute.
I agree, double take. I agree.
If Donnie was just a little more organized in his thoughts, he'd probably be quite effective in this case in real life. Yeah.
Don't you realize the minute you get on YouTube,
I don't care.
You get on YouTube, all the trolls start up.
No.
Do you know that 75%?
Oh, you mean wait. Was this after or before you doxed me and my kids and my family and wanted you to scream? Yes, you did. You apologized for it down on the road. It was when you were on your channel.
The trolls did. You're not listening.
You showed care where we lived.
Jody Sue.
Yeah, he did show me where you lived, but it was an honest mistake. He was driving down his driveway. Or actually, no, he did a pan around and he was like, and that's where my neighbor Jody Sue lives. Yeah, that happened.
There's been several people reviewing this footage. Okay, please put a 2 in the side chat if you believe that this is the best review that you've heard in the past 24 hours, because I believe this is the best review. It is the best. It's by far, you're not going to find a better review of this train wreck than Cher and I. It's just good luck if you think you can. But good luck. But thank you for the 2s. Thank you. Good gracious.
We still got more. Are you ready?
And don't be afraid to hit the thumbs up, okay? Sign the guest book, you greedy bastards. Please sign the guest book and hit the thumbs up. Good Lord, people. Come on. Let's get with the program. We're working hard for you tonight, moving a lot of air for you. Okay.
Hey, Christy. Welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We'll be doing some more members' lives coming up soon. I've got some good ones planned.
Your wife did 2 days after. Don't know.
Double take. Thank you for that. Zena, thank you, as Mallory says, for putting color on the board. I love color. You know that.
Put some color on the board.
Mm-hmm. I love when you say that. I'm always like, yes, I wish I wasn't broke right now. I want to put color on the board.
Dawn, you can't lie your way past
the proof is that the trolls did it.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Do you not know that 75%? Listen, 75%.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, he won't even let her. She won't let him talk. Thank you, One-Eyed.
Because what you're not going to do is spin one on me. You're not going to.
I'm not trying to spin one on you. I just want you to think about it.
All right, can we fast forward through some of this because we got a lot to cover. We can't sit here.
It's almost over. Don Wells gets off.
Oh, okay, just checking. All right,
yeah.
I said because we can't sit here for I don't know how long this thing is, but okay, go ahead.
He gets down shortly.
All right, because I already know when I sleep tonight, this messy Sue is going to be part of my dream experience. So people understand. You know, I've got to take one for the team tonight while I'm sleeping. So I got to fight this bitch off. But Jesus Christ. But hey, you know, got duty calls. Okay.
This is my channel. My husband has his own channel. Linked in
Look it up, Jody Sue.
I have the proof of it. You're fucking liar. So Candace, you know what you told me in that road too. I'm sorry, we accidentally doxed you and showed where you lived last night. My bad, dude.
Fuck ever, man. That's such a lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Like y'all sitting there laughing the day you pulled the fuck.
Okay, you're being all mad at me. Okay.
No, nobody cares enough about you to be mad at you, Don.
Oh, I know you never have.
I didn't fucking hate you.
All right, I just had a thought. I just had a thought, girl. All right. Bless her heart for any fucking drive-through attendant that has to take her order. I mean, holy shit. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. All the drive-through workers out there that have ever had to deal with Messy Sue.
Right.
Welcome to Whataburger. Oh God, here she is again.
Yeah,
Here she is again. How many people have just walked off the jobs and said, it ain't just fuck it all to hell. I'm just God, I don't get paid enough. Okay. Just a thought, people.
Tennessee writer says they believe Jody Sue over Don any day. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, you know, to each their own. To each their own. I'm just surprised that you're going to understand a word she has to say to even, you know, Jesus God. I mean, what do you believe in, for God's sake? She hasn't made any valid points. But I believe her. I believe her when she calls him a effing God or whatever, a meth head. I guess. Let's continue.
Jaded, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Yeah, I guess she's yelling, so you gotta believe her.
You gotta believe her.
Have with you now is the fuck shit you all have done to Summer and her fucking case, yourselves, your community, the neighbors.
No. Wow, Jaded. Thank you so much. You gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Whoever is the lucky people, make sure you thank Jaded for that. Amazing. Thank you. And Jody has, again, she has just been at like a level 10, and Don has stayed at just a steady idle. He hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, he's been cool the whole time. I mean, he might have got a little poppy here and there. But then again, you know, you got this sloppy bitch coming at you, you know, in 5th gear the whole time. Let's be real. I mean, you got to give it to him.
Oh, and members, new members, you will see what I just recently posted. Several of you know that I once upon a time was chatting with Carol Baskin, and I've been in touch with her again recently. And so I'm going to be chatting with her. Tiger King people have been doing more interviews. There's some more stuff going on with that. But anyways,
she sold that Big Cat place. She sold it.
Did she sell Big Cat Rescue?
Yes.
Oh.
And she sold it, and she, I want to say, pawned off all the cats. Like, she took it to the local pawn shop. Listen, all the cats have been sold, or boarded off to some.
Her thing went through just recently, I believe, too. Her big cat rescue plan passed.
Well,
the bill.
no, it had something to do with the legalities and taxes and this and that, and then it was like let's just blame it on the way the laws have changed in the state of Florida, and then it was just it was just the operation was become too great of a cost to run versus what she was taking in, so it just wasn't feasible to run anymore. So that's her story, and that she's sticking to it. Okay, that's her story. Okay,
that one. Okay,
yeah, you'll have to get with her on that one. Okay, continue. Let's continue.
You're the one on YouTube night after night saying all.
With great weather comes great moments. Make the most of every day with daily immune support from Emergency.
All kinds of crazy psycho shit.
Right. That really had nothing to do with
You're fucking hilarious, Joey.
Almost 2 years being
Go
the
get
only
some psych
motherfucker.
medications, please.
No.
Or go smoke a
You mean
joint.
one like
That
your wife
works.
wanted to take
That
those,
works.
or you?
Please go get some psych meds, Jody. So you need them bad.
I know how you and all the abusers,
really do.
all the women are crazy. Anybody speaking truth is crazy.
Please
They're
go.
lying on us.
Please
They
go get
hate
some psych meds.
of us. I don't need psych meds. I need less
You really
psych
do.
shit
really do.
around that hill, and then all.
Okay, so he hops off now, but I'm gonna play it for another minute because this is just for a second.
Look at you, fucking bitch. He done took off. Done run off.
I don't blame him.
Well, if you can't abuse him and talk over him, bro.
Andrew, is that you?
Yes, damn.
Okay, hon. I just want to make sure she knows.
What
How you
in
doing?
the shit show is going on?
Okay, so now we got Hunter, right? Hunter's dad hopping in this. Couldn't wait for Dawn to get down. The minute Dawn hops down, here comes Andrew. So now we got Hunter's dad hopping in this.
Now, what the hell does he want to get up there for?
I didn't honestly listen.
They all want their 5 minutes of YouTube fame. Isn't it interesting?
Yeah, it's ridiculous at this point.
But everybody will say, leave them alone. Leave them alone.
No, let's see what he says.
And Jody Sue asked to have a minute with Donald, and I told her okay, and I let her have the minute. And it looks like she won.
Darling, that was more than a minute. That was like 15. And the only reason why I know that is because I got an email saying, yo, you see what's going on over there? I'm like, no.
But here he is, right? Like, no. Why he didn't hop on when Dawn was up there? Like, what was this? Like, it just this. They were definitely like having Dawn in the lion's den. This was a setup for sure. This was an attack for sure.
Sorry for PG. I know that you're the world's best cusser and all. Sorry for cussing, but I've had it.
So she loves herself some PG. But
Yeah, so see, you see how proud she is for cussing, though? Yeah. She just had to bring that out. I know you're but I just had to cuss tonight. Ew. Just ew. Ew.
He can't handle the heat. What? Well, I disagree. I feel like Dawn did quite well against that, whatever that was. That was weird. That was super weird. That was some.
I mean, how long was Dawn to sit up there until she got bored and left? I mean, he stayed up there. I mean, for all we know, his internet could have took a crap on him. I mean, did he even say goodbye or I gotta go, women? It looks like he just left, right?
Yeah, I think he just dipped. He was like, I am done with this stupid bitch.
I mean, whether he dipped on purpose or technical issues took him out. I mean, the bottom line is he stayed up there. He clearly didn't run off. He stayed through the shenanigans and the bullshit. But for real, how long was he supposed to sit there and listen to her batshit crazy, right? I
Mhm.
mean, he humored her batshit crazy for a good 20 minutes or so, or more. It's let's bring an end to it.
Okay, if there has to be a winner of that, because some people are like, "Oh, Sue won that." All right, so if there has to be a winner, write it in the chat. Let's see, Don or JSB. Who do you think? Because to me, that whole thing was just, I don't even know why that happened. I wish Don would have just dropped off all along. But honestly, I thought it was good to see Don stand his ground. I think he asked her fair questions if that's how.
Well,
she's
hold on.
gonna
Let's
attack
not
him.
lead the audience now. Let's just see what they say now.
Let's see what they say. Both idiots. Cena. Donnie, Don.
Don is winning. Don's winning hand down. Let's just put Messy Sue out of her misery. She was just a big sloppy mess. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think Don takes that one.
Yeah. I mean,
Winner as in what?
anyone who listens to this madness would say, you know, for what it was, it's like you got to pick a winner. Listen, Don held his own. But again, I would have, had I escorted Don there myself, and if I was a handler of Don's, he wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been there in that situation, and we wouldn't have allowed that train wreck to, profit off of his currency. It wouldn't have happened. Like, go back to your little shanty, lady. And as far as that other one, that prayer garden lady, I'm like, listen, how much money have you put into Don's Cash App today if you want him on your panel? Because you're doing him no favors by having him up on here. You're doing him no favors, or Summer Wells any favors, by having him on your fraud of a page in the name of Summer Wells or looking for his child. You're here to make money off of their back. So how much money are you going to put in his Cash App for having him up here? Because he's got bills to pay too. So let's just talk business. Let's just quit the bullshit. Let's quit the bullshit, people.
Donnie didn't do anything this summer. I know it's hard to believe. Well, we'll...
High Priestess said too, I would start charging if I was him. I would too. And you know what I would do? I'd say, listen, I have to charge because you idiots are making money off of me. You're making money off my daughter's name. So you want me on your panel. You're going to cash at me. And that's just the end of the deal. And then I'll take my money, my earnings, and then I'll decide how I'm going to invest those earnings in my own personal life, and in the aid and search for my loved one. But that's just, I'll decide that with the money that I bring in off of my appearances on YouTube. That's how I will control my destiny on YouTube. That's how I will take control of my YouTube experience. That's how I will navigate YouTube like a professional. No longer depending on you yahoos to manage my YouTube destiny under the guise that you're trying to assist me helping my lost child. Get the hell out of here. It's nonsense.
Like all these creators saying that they've got thousands of dollars reward for information on Summer, and it's like,
exactly nonsensical stuff.
Say that, yeah. You just say that. Like, you should be actually putting that with an attorney, and actually, like, there's shit around that. Like, that just sounds so shady. It's unbelievable.
It's bullshit nonsense, because they know there's not one YouTube slug that's going to come forth with the entertainment, or with the goods, and all that is entertainment value. It's for people to come to their channel and make more money and all that good stuff, and to exploit the case and all. That's all it is. So why, not for nothing, we're talking about Dolly Vision, because he said, listen, I'll give anybody $5,000.
Yeah.
So I say, Dolly, if you're going to sit there with such bullshit,
show us $5,000 that you have set aside in a fund.
Let's just stop the nonsense about $5,000 to fund. Listen, nobody's going to claim the $5,000 because
Right. They didn't
we've
claim
already
80.
shown there's no bumbling idiots around here that's ever going to find Summer Wells, right? So the thing is that $5,000 is safe in his pocket. So Dolly, why not just offer 25,000? Why not make it interesting and offer 50,000? Why stop at such a low number? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna act like an asshat and throw ridiculous numbers out there to bait people to your channel and get people talking about Summer Wells, why stop at $5,000? Come on now. It's all nonsensical, but this is what I'm saying to Don. Do you see, Don, what I'm talking about when you're farting around with the people that you've been farting around with?
Right.
Come on. Get with a hero. Get with the sheroes, Don.
Let's be practical here and not even speak on that, love. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, don't speak on... Yeah, we're not going to do that tonight. In fact, we've been going for over an hour and a half. I think that's good for tonight. Because I still got more to watch and catch up on. Because that's as far as I made it through that video, but I don't remember. Did he end up going back on? I don't think he did, but he went around on other lives. But, yeah, that...
Yeah, these people have got that, Don convinced, that they're... that basically I'm surprised they don't have him paying Don paying them to be on their panels. It's like Don, they flipped the script on him, and because he just doesn't know which way he's coming or going. And I've seen him being yo-yoed around for the past 2 years. I've seen Candace, bless her heart, being yo-yoed around by these people. You sit and you watch. You sit and watch the yo-yos going yo-yo down, yo-yo up, yo-yo back, and yo-yo tricks all around. And you see everybody making money. Well, except really for Don and Candace, right? And still there's no little blonde girl to be seen or found. So you just start to realize when's the fuckery gonna end? When's the fuckery gonna end? And get with the right people. You need to get with the right people. On that note, Cher, what else we got? Anything?
Nope, that's it for tonight.
Thank you all. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you had a good time. Thank you all for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Mel, for joining me tonight and going through this. Yeah, because you guys know I wanted to say something about it as well, because everyone's talking about it. But yeah, I saw everyone saying, Jody Sue won this. And then I saw other people that I knew once said Jody was sus, now kissing her butt today. And I'm like, what is going on here? I did not hear the same show everybody else heard, apparently. So I wanted to go through it with Mel and think, am I just crazy? Or I don't think Jody Sue walked away from that smelling like roses, but that's my opinion.
Well, all right, my love. Till next time.
Thank you. I love you.
Bye.
Bye. You guys have a good rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.